Okay, so we got some CEV Champions League plates, I think. And yeah, it definitely is. And it's Luneburge versus Zawiercie. And I mean, it's a 3-0. I usually don't really watch 3-0s, but it's two good teams, very good teams that I respect. I mean, we got Gage here. Look at the stance. But then also we got like Lisa, I know him. Uh Karlichek, Kedrzinski, I think. Oh, different. I think it's Kolkut's brother. I don't remember. Some good players on this team, but then Zawiercie is just they're dominating. They are absolutely running through a lot of people. So we got Aaron Russell having an incredible season, and we got Butryn, who is also a beast. So they are two main guys, and then Kwolek is the other outside. He got 9 sets. He got 9 sets. Russell's got 21. Butryn's got 20. They're just feeding them, and it's a brutal combo because nobody can stop them these days. I think Aaron Russell was 12 for 21 with 0 errors. So it's just a crazy game. This dude's balling out. He's having a crazy game, or sorry, a crazy season. And Butryn, the right side, the guy that just hit this ball right here, he's also a beast, and he's having a really really good season. He had a few really crazy games. I mean, the last time I watched Zawiercie, they had a crazy season. Or, oh my gosh, crazy game. Butryn had, I don't know what the stats were, but it was insane. He hit like 800. Pretty crazy. But yeah, I mean, it should be a fun game. This should be a quick one. Should be a good one. And Russell kind of puts that off the net there. Butryn, and he goes up there so aggressively. That's one of the things that I think is really helping him score is he doesn't take any approaches off. Like he goes hard on every single approach, no matter where the set is. He goes hard. He does the best he can. Oh, we got Michael Wright, the setter as well. I'm a big fan of him. He went to Ohio State. He was good. And like they're giving this guy, they're giving. That's not Butryn's attack. Oh, okay. It's that's Kwolek right there. That's Kwolek. He's the guy. And I mean, I don't know. So we're saying they got a good setter, they got a good libero. They're just a really well rounded team, and I'm excited to see them for the rest of the Champions League because could be some really cool games. Could be cool to see them play against some other Polish teams, maybe some Italian teams too. Like them against Perugia would be a phenomenal, very fun game for me to see. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll see who plays everyone. That's a really nice swing though. In system, swing to that deep corner. I've told you guys before, it's a great swing. Even that libero, who I respect very highly, can't get that there. Yeah, him with the short serve, like Gleason takes it. And like this is why I really love Middles taking these balls because it doesn't affect his route at all. He's still able to pass it and then just get right on it and still take a pretty good swing, you know. Bang it. Oh, and he does not get the kill there. Give it back to him. Run it back. Run it back. Ooh, they put this a little bit too tight here with a back row setter. That stinks. That stinks for him. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Who passes free ball? Gage. My college coach always said, take every free ball with your hands that you can. So then, just you don't miss by this much. It's just a slight miss. I think he might be forcing this. I feel like he probably could have set someone else here, but I don't know. Not sure. Not sure what was going through everyone's head. It stinks to have them not get that point after a free ball, though. I mean, those are the points that are going to separate these two teams for sure. Like if they don't take every opportunity they can, and then if they're not serving well either, it's just yeah. But they just have the ace, and then wow, yeah, like right here, look at Butryn. He maxes this out. Look at how aggressively he's approaching. Goes hard. I mean, look how close he is to that line. He might even be on that line. But then look at where he lands. He lands so far into the court. He's tossing into the court so much, and he's just ripping that. Wow, good for him, man. And he chops the next one short. I like that. A little mix-up action. Butryn's going to go on a run here. I almost guarantee that. Never mind. I guess the run's over. But he had 3 serves, maybe 4. I don't remember. And then Aaron Russel coming right after him. Aaron Russell's the 0-2 as well, which is very interesting to me. I would think that they would want Aaron Russell to be the 0-1, but it's probably for passing purposes. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a few thoughts that I would have, but probably Quillick's a very good receiver. I mean, Quillick's he's pretty much the 0-2 in the 0-1 position right now. Like his job, his role is just to dime it, play defense, not make mistakes. He's not being asked to do anything crazy, but yet he still is just very clean. Like this block move here, he's solid. He's not trying to do too much extra because he already has 2 guys on his team that are going to do more than enough for their team, you know? And it's not a bad block move. It's a good run. Let me see this one more time. Fakes out the middle. Okay. Michael Wright ripping that serve. Okay, Michael Wright. I like it. In college, when we played against him in Ohio State, he reverse floated most of his serves, but that was a pretty good serve by him. Yeah, take care of these free balls. Let your setter run his offense. And you know, if I see this guy, this middle, taking an approach that's somewhat diagonal, and then I also see this guy over top, I'm just going to take 1 step this way, just a little half step, just so then that quick route can't score on me as well. You know, like I'm just a little bit quicker, like just help myself a little bit out there. 69, it's dominant. It's a dominating game right now so far. But again, like right here, they're not asking Quillick to get any crazy kills against double blocks or anything. They're just asking him to tip, put it in the block, do something smart, not make mistakes. And he's got 2 blocks right now. He's still getting points for them. He's still figuring some stuff out. Look at right. And look at this. Look at this step right here. Okay, ball's tight. Look at this step right here. Okay, he's here, and he gets his feet under the ball. He gets his feet past the ball, actually, so that he can jump backwards and straight up and not go in the net here. And obviously it wasn't a perfect set, but he gets it there. He's able to joust it. And he's able to win that point there. Very nice. Very nice joust by that. What, outside? Yeah, that 0-1. It's a good read by Gage. And I mean, one thing that I try and look at if I'm playing defense against a pipe hitter is I try to look at like the limits of their shoulders, you know, like it would be really crazy for him to hit right here. Okay? It would be really crazy for him to hit right here. But right here with no block up, okay? Not really. Like this area right here is easy for him to hit, you know, like this area. So Gage gets in there. Doesn't look like they save it, but still. But it's a good read by him. And just, yeah, like when I say limits of his shoulder, like it's impossible for someone to hit this way, you know, like nobody's going to do that. So, got to think about that. This does not count as an error for Aaron Russell, I guess. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. Technically not an error. It's technically an error for that setter, actually. That's funny. You lucky dog, Aaron. You're getting your stats for you. He's out of system. You know, that's what he does. He just tips it, puts it on the setter, puts him out of system. Now they get a good double block up. And, like, it's kind of, you're playing the odds. You got a good double block against you. So you take the setter out so that you can get a good double block against them, you know? Like you're still putting some pressure on them. You're still trying to get them in a tough situation where you can maybe switch it and get the advantage, you know? Maybe you get a soft touch and then you get a one option block, you know? Wow. See, you know, I think this guy could probably turn himself more. Maybe this ball can be a little bit tighter. No, it actually seems like it's pretty legit. It's a nice set. But I just love how Aaron Russell stays high here, goes to that deep corner. You know, semi-in system, bang. Like you got a two option pass or two option two block scenario. Going that deep corner as hard as you possibly can is usually a pretty safe option. All right, we got 21-14. Let's see if Aaron Russell can finish this game out. A really nice serve. You see that space. If you see that space, you know, if you're going back there and you see it, you should be mapping out where you're serving every time you're back there. You should be looking at their passers. You should be saying, okay, this guy looks nervous, I'm gonna hit him. Or it looks like there's space right here. I'm gonna try and hit that space. You know, you should be scoping out your serve. You shouldn't just go back there serving, not looking at the passers and just going, okay, I'm just gonna hit the ball. No, you should have some idea behind it. You know, have a little bit of a thought process behind it. Gosh, that pipe. They're really running this pipe really well. And I mean, I feel like so many teams that are really successful on the pipe. I feel like that's a huge part of it. Kwolek, yeah, again, Kwolek, he's just, they're putting him tight. He's playing short court and making sure that the passes and everything else is stable, you know? They've had a few tape aces in his first set, too. 25-15, that's the first set. Brutal. That'll happen, though. It's a good team. The thing is, like, there's a big difference between German teams and Polish teams. Like, I think there's a big difference between those leagues. You know, hopefully I'll be in one of those leagues someday, but we shall find out. I gotta work my butt off, that's for sure. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited to work, you know? I love the grind. I don't worship the grind, but I love the grind. See, Kwolek here, I don't mind this because this setter's running through. So why would he try and get here and then have a little bit of confusion? Let the setter run through. You're also there anyways. So you might as well wait, see where that ball is. And then as this approaches here, I would definitely cheat that way since his approach is there, you know, because he's just blasting off the hands there. Yeah. Yep. I would cheat line a little bit just based on his approach. It's going straight. But like I like that approach because then he could just swing as hard as possible. He can see the block really well, find the fingers, just go off the fingers down that line, you know? Hello. It's a nice swing. Holy crap. Ketrzinski. And yet this ball's still alive. Scrappy. Some scrappy ball. I love it. The top. And this is what I'm saying, like a good situation like this, if this hits, if they get this connection, he would be hitting it about now. He can hit here, he can hit there. It's a good opportunity, but this connection's just not there, you know? If you don't have a clean pipe connection, then it hurts your offense, if I'm being completely honest. It really does. I mean, that's also coming from a biased person because I absolutely love hitting the pipe. So, like, I think I want to run it as much as possible. I want to be on teams that like to run the pipe. Kwolek, I love the reverse hybrid. Really nice. Big fan of the reverse hybrid. I think so many people are these days. Gosh, this is nice. I think liberos should be able to do this, you know? Like, even, like, if it's a situation where this guy's down, take it, run an offense, and now it's just like a semi-in system ball. And it should be a semi-in system ball. If you're doing this, if you're jumping as a libero, you're not trying to put it high. You're not trying to go speed. Like some people set the middle there, which is great, you know, it's cool. But like you're just trying to put a little bit of pressure on it so that they can maybe not close this block and allow this guy to still take a high swing, do something smart with it. And again, put it tight. I love it when people put the ball tight because then I can I can see the ball. I can have possession over it. I can see the block. I can do whatever I want with it. I can make decisions when it's tight. My decisions dwindle completely down if I'm off the net. Let's look at the hands here. Why does it go off? Again, they're just staying high when they're swinging. Butryn right there just stays high. He doesn't bring it down at all. Again, same thing that I'm talking about here. This ball's pretty tight. If he lets this go completely, this is probably going over the net. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I think it might be going over the net if he doesn't touch this, or it's going at least pretty tight. But yet, right here with this situation with this ball in front of him, at this point right here, he sees where the block is right here. He can see it. He can understand, okay, if I'm trying to hit hands, I can go here. Okay, am I over the top of them? Am I this? Am I that? Can I score? He can see the block. It's in front of him. He can do something good. You need that ball in front of you. You need that ball tight so that I'm not just looking straight up and blindly swinging. It's an interesting play there. Gage with the hands. Throws his hands in there. I like that. A little quick adjustment. I like this by Michael Wright. He's here. He's up here. Oh, I'm just setting. And then at this point, he switches and he goes, okay, fast to the middle. This guy relaxes and then boom. Yeah, I really like that. It's fast to the middle. Fast hands to the middle. So adds a little bit of deception. You can't always do that. If you're doing that every single time, that it gives it away, and there's no point in it. But sometimes doing that is really nice. You need to work on when you want to do that and when you don't. Zawiercie, I think they are so good at reusing. I think Aaron Russel specifically is getting so good at reusing. Okay, and look what happens now. Now they get to run their offense. They got a 2-pass. They can run either pin. And that's why having a right side and an outside that are really, really skilled is so important, because then in those 2 passes that are, I would argue, probably the most common, I think the average for most passers is around a 2. And so you're going to get so many 2 passes. So having a really good option on both pins spreads those blockers out really well. So it's so that blocker can't just say, okay, once they're in the 2-pass, okay, it's always going to him. No, it's still spread there. You're still going to get some opportunities, and you can just go 50-50, Ooh, okay. Oh, I like that. I'm not sure what happened on this defensive ball here, but he probably could have gotten that dig if he was more balanced on contact instead of maybe selling out whatever he did. Again, Qualloch's not getting many great opportunities to score, okay? But this right here, they're cheating over because they're thinking, okay, this is the main guy. They're not going to reverse flow. If he can hit this set, if he can find this set tight up to the net here, this could have been a really good opportunity for them. But but again, if you're the 0-2, if you're not the main guy who's getting kills, if you're just the second outside, or the outside that's not really getting a ton of attacks, humble yourself, accept that, and say, awesome, I'm going to do the absolute best 0-2 role. I'm going to be the best 0-2. I'm just going to solve a bunch of situations. I'm going to calm the chaos. I'm going to pass everything. I'm going to dime everything. I'm not going to make errors. I'm going to be smart. I'm going to put pressure constantly so that we can find someone else that's going to get a kill. Accept the situation. And when you can get a kill, go for the kill, of course. Because if you're allowing other people to get kills, that's going to open up your opportunity to get kills, because it takes the pressure off of you, as in the blockers don't see you as much of a threat, so they kind of leave you alone more. And then your setter, as long as they're smart and they can choose correctly, they can say, okay, these guys have gotten a bunch of time. They're probably going to commit on these guys. Let me give it to you, off the hands down the line. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Ooh, this is an interesting pass here. Just the jump. Look at how he has to do a full spin here because he has to open his hips quickly. But, like, hey, do whatever it takes to pass that ball. It's a 2-pass. And, like, every team is most aggressive when they have a perfect pass. But when you can just max out how aggressive you can be in a 2-pass, you're going to be a really good team. And I think that's what Zawiercie is doing this year a lot. It's like they just have their 2 pins, who are by far their main guys, and they're just feeding it. They're allowing them to run it. It's a good choice here. Good choice over the top. And so the reason I think this worked and got this guy to bite is because look at how extended his arms are. This is a very big sign of, like, okay, he's setting the middle. The guy's reaching, getting as close as possible to where that middle would be hitting it. So, like, right here, it looks like he's setting this guy. I completely agree with him selling out, if I'm being honest. And then, boom, right over the top. And then he just flicks it a little bit extra. Boom. It's a nice swing. And, of course, Aaron Russel swings as hard as possible when he gets that solo block. If you have a solo block, swing really hard into an angle. Really, really hard into an angle. Try and finish that play. Swing into an angle, but swing real hard, man. Get that kill. Go for it. Go for the kill. But, like, yeah, Kolek, with his situation right now, he's not going to get a lot of great opportunities because he's like a lot of solo block opportunities because he's not the guy. He's not the guy that's getting fed. He's going to get a lot of situations like this where he just has to keep it in there. Obviously, it's not him, but he's just going to have to put that ball in, make a decision that's going to put some pressure on a team, you know? Love it, man. And this little he's deep. Don't allow you being deep be an excuse for, I can't set it. Look at how he runs up, still does his thing, runs his offense, gives him that ball, and I think it went off their hands. Yeah, it went off their hands. He's nice with it. He's got nice hands. I love it. Maybe he used to be a setter. I'm not sure. But, you know, I like it. I like it when it looks cool. It's very fun to watch when a libero can run an offense like that, you know. But I also love seeing the option ball from the outside. I think if I had to pick which one is more aggressive and is going to score more, the outside taking it. But that's just me. A great cross swing here. Really nice sharp cross. Yeah, that's nice. Spin serve, dimes it. And they're selling out. See, they're selling out on the middle a lot right now. And personally, even on perfect, I would just wait. Because, like, their main guys are the pins. They're giving it. They're trying to get solo blocks because they trust their outsides and their right side. Well, their outside and their right side the most. So, like, you kind of have to accept the middle chance, if that makes sense. It's a good serve. It's a good pass. Of course, it's going to be a solo block. He gets faked out. Solo block, not bad. Yes, if it's a perfect pass, you're putting a ton of pressure on that block, you know. And yeah, if anyone asks who puts pressure on the blockers first, the passers put the pressure on the blockers first. Okay, that's the key to it. That's the first option. That's the first step to putting pressure on there. Yeah, and Aaron Russell, I mean, maybe this is a lucky touch on how it worked out, but, like, it's a smart play by him because he's accepting, okay, I'm not in a great position. If I swing here, I'm probably getting blocked. So he tips it instead, puts pressure on there, and if you're putting pressure on, then cool, it hits a finger and scores. Or this guy has to make a good defensive move and it scores, or it doesn't. But, like, even if he makes a good defensive move and saves it, then they're still under pressure, you know. Really good pass here. Just want to point that out. Really impressive. Just to keep that as a 2-pass, that's a really impressive ball. This one kind of went slow. It's weird. Must have hit the block. I don't know. I'm not sure. Ooh. Yeah, Butryn, man. And he's going so hard. When I'm here taking this swing that Butryn's taking here, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't approach as aggressive as he does. But he approaches so aggressively to that ball that it is so much more aggressive than what I do. Cause I'm so like, ooh, careful with it. Go for it, man. Go for it. Figure out ways to go for the approach. Go be more aggressive in your approach. I'm telling myself that right now, honestly. Going backwards, we got Aaron Russel. And yeah, I mean, I think it's when I'm playing defense around the one spot or maybe the off blocker, I actually really love getting a nice cross swing. Like I think that's easy. I think playing defense there on that cross swing is easy. On a righty at least. Because I think it's easy to read that shoulder. And again, you get an opportunity, if you get a solo block opportunity, swing hard around that first blocker. The rest should take care of itself, you know. Percentage says it does. Oof. Again, he approaches really hard. I mean, that's a different guy, but he approaches really hard, swings high off the hands, it works out. Bang. I feel like this is one of Aaron Russell's best swings, best skills, I guess you could say, is just that cross body down that line, getting over the top of the ball. And that I feel like that comes from a really good arm swing. You know, I gotta work on that. I gotta work on that for sure. For sure. Gotta work on that, no doubt. You see where he approaches from? He's not all the way at the end line. The set's coming from here. He's not all the way at the end line. He's there so that if this ball misses tight, then he can get his feet there still. If it misses off, then he can still take a decent swing. And that's a kill. Ay, man. Butryn, let's see what you do. And these guys, like, when you're putting consistent pressure on, don't think about, oh my gosh, I have to keep doing this. I have to keep putting pressure on. Look at how nervous these guys are. Look at how many steps they're taking because they're stiff. They're like, okay, we gotta figure out how to pass this ball. Don't think about your stress. Think about how much stress that they're feeling, the other team. And then yeah, this is what I'm talking about here. Is like, this guy is by far the last option. It's in the third set. The rest of the first two sets and the start of this third set, he's been feeding these guys, giving it to the middle on that, and that's when you open up the pipe because this is the option that has not been used yet. Boom, you got a solo block, you got a no block. Bang, you got a no block pretty much. And that's what I'm talking about. Even if he was front row, he still probably would have gotten a solo block on that. Spin serve on. Did he get that? Did he get that? I cannot tell. I think that's him. Nice drift route. Goes with the momentum. Keeps it in bounds. He still stays wide. He just has to. He focuses on going outside the block. And I feel like as a middle, when you're taking swings, you really just have to focus on hitting around that first blocker because most of the time, and I'm just saying most of the time, that help blocker is not going to be the best. Not going to be the best option. You know what I mean? Like, if you hit him, it's usually going to be just fine for you. Yeah. Nice pass. And Gage has had a few of these now. He goes here and then has to just go on his knees and pass with his hands. But he still puts it up there. Like, look at how much he just throws his hands through this ball to make sure that it gets all the way up there. Like, he's not going soft. He throws his hands through that ball. Perfect pass because of that. Be aggressive, man. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Do it. Boom. Setter, He's not taking no for an answer. He's not making any excuses. He still swings. It's a really nice swing there. That's what happens when you're just comfortable and you're confident out there. And now he just got an ace after that as well. So come on. Oh my gosh, and they call him over. I don't know about that. Yeah. But if it's tight like this, once it gets in the plane, touch that ball. Like if you're the blockers, once it gets in the plane, touch that ball. Like once it's right over the top of the net, you need to touch that ball. You need to get it, because if you get it, then he's over. Okay, if it's in the plane and you touch it, he's over. If it's in the plane and you don't touch it, then it's fine. Then it's legal. Okay, so you guys, all of us, we need to once it's in the plane, we need to go get that ball. Kolek, is that another block by Kolek? Yeah, he's got 3 blocks at least. He might even have more. Oh, I was thinking he was gonna go Aaron Russell there. Kolek, let's see, did he make the mistake or did he get this? He like throws it down here. I think he just missed the block. Oh my freaking neck, bro. Butryn, they're feeding him, of course. Spin to float, missed it. Come on, 19-9, out of bounds, 20-9. That's a rough score. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then this guy ripping that puppy. And I personally, if I'm doing this, I wouldn't want to have that be my main serve, because one small little mistake is tough. But like definitely throwing a few of those out there. Like maybe having like your normal serve be right here, and then as they bunch in, then that's when you throw it in there. But like your main serve shouldn't be a very risky one. It should be a pretty like high, low risk serve, if that makes sense. Like if I miss it either way a little bit, then it's not going to be out of bounds or anything. Like I'm not going to have, if I'm serving from here, I'm not going to have my serve be like I'm not going to be aiming here on average. I'm going to be aiming middle of the court average, but then moving around off of that. So we got 23-12. It's a Schmerda. It's a Bobby Schmerda game. 17-38. Oh my. I know that's not Bobby Schmerda. It's Fighting Bob. Don't get at me for that. It's a nice turn. It's a really nice turn by the middle. And like also really good by him to make sure that he's up there as well, to trust the setter that he will set him and could set him, and he gets a kill off of it because he trusts his setter. Make yourself available, man. Your setter is not going to set you if you're not available. It's kind of obvious. Oh my gosh, another tape serve. How many of those are they going to get, man? Oh, and then Butryn, is he going to finish it off? No, that's way out of bounds. See ball. 24-14. Let's see. And that's the game. That's how it finishes. Still a pretty good game, but Zawiercie took care of business, Thanks for watching.